All right, let's talk about the draft real quick, which obviously starts Thursday. And again, we have seen a lot of these guys play, perhaps certainly more than NFL fans, and maybe more than some of the NFL GMs that are making the picks. I don't want to say that they're not well informed, but we've watched them actually play other than in controlled environments against actual competition in full pads with people trying to tackle them or them doing the tackling. So let's do a quick tout and doubt. It's going to do one player each that we think is really going to be good, maybe has been a little bit underrated, and then we'll do somebody who might be a little overrated. Kevin, you got somebody?
Yeah, I mean, Gabe Akis from Illinois is just a physical beast. He's someone that's gotten better every year, from 3-star to first team All Big Ten. He's powerful. He's productive. This seems like a guy that people say, oh, is he quite quick enough? Can he move in space? Can he, I don't know, man. Like you put on the film, that guy's impactful every snap he's on the field. I think he finds a way to be a pretty useful player, probably as a day 2 guy. Second, third round, I like him a lot, and he's been a big reason why Illinois has grown as a program here over the last couple of years.
Love that pick. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and because it's also my podcast, I'm going to go with the defensive tackles and touting some of them, because I think everybody's like saying this is one of the worst defensive tackle group in a long time, and I'm not going to argue against that in terms of the depth, but I think the quality of some of the guys at the top, has definitely been overlooked. I mean, I love Christian Miller at defensive tackle out of Georgia. I think injuries certainly hampered his season. Caleb Banks, I think people are coming around to a lot. Obviously, he's got the foot injury to deal with, but like in terms of the upper tier talent and what he could potentially be at the next level, big fan of him. I like Lee Hunter, who's certainly a combine darling, but seems people are kind of backing away. Caden McDonald, the Ohio State guy, like I think that's a guy that I would be shocked if he doesn't have like an 8 to 10 year career just making plays and stuff and runs, just given his size, what he's able to do. I know Peter Woods was kind of bandied about as a first round guy, back in the day, but I still like his talent. I still like his upside going forward. Give me the defensive tackles. Like I think that, especially on the first and second day, if you can get one of these guys, I think you can really solve some issues, especially against the run. I know there's some question marks in terms of, all right, can they rush the passer? All right. In today's NFL, especially as many teams are going to too high and saying, all right, beat us with that run game, you're going to need one of these big defensive tackles that can stuff the run. So give me the defensive tackles as my tout.
All right, fair enough. I'm going with Elijah Surratt, receiver, Indiana, who he's going to get picked. He might be third round. I don't know. We'll see. But I just think that he has several things that will make him a successful NFL player. First of all, size, 6'2", 213. Secondly, red zone monster. He's got 23 touchdown catches the last 2 years, and a lot of those were small space, tight window, contested catch touchdowns with guys draped on him. He is big. He is strong. The pros are worried his arms aren't long. Well, fine. He'll catch the ball. He will get open. Even if he's not open, he's going to catch the ball. And I do think I love Mendoza, and I hope Mendoza is good, because I like everything about him. But I think one of the reasons he was so successful, his receiving core was unfriggin' believable. Omar Cooper's probably going to get picked ahead of Surratt. Maybe deserves to be faster. He's faster than Surratt is. But those two guys and Charlie Becker, who's still in school, just made great catch after great catch after great catch, and they never dropped the ball. So I think you draft Elijah Surratt, you're going to be pretty happy, and you're going to be lining him up for those fades in the red zone that we all hate, but he'll make the catches and make plays. All right, who are we doubting? Who wants to go first there?
I'll go. I mean, Caden Proctor to me is the guy that I just can't quite get there on, right? He's unbelievably talented. Just seems like the classic kind of underwear Olympics warrior whose tape never quite matched up. And, I just worry it might be too late for his career by the time he figures it all out. And I think there's other offensive linemen in this first round that have been more consistently good that will go below Caden Proctor because of the tools and because of the ceiling. And I don't know if that's not how I would draft, especially on the lines, but I get why he's the name of intrigue, because he is so physically gifted. But just wish the consistency had been there at Alabama.
Oh, we are simpatico on that one, Kevin, because that's exactly who I was going to go with. You're like, I love the athleticism and you love that profile, and you see him catching passes, and you're thinking, all right, he's one of those dancing bears, right? Just mammoth guy. He can move around. He's good. I'm just curious, for all the athleticism that he does bring to the table, is he polished enough to kind of be that franchise tackle that you're going to have to be almost right away if you're going to be taken in the, let's say, top 15. I know a lot of people, he's kind of been all over the board in terms of how teams value him, but like if you're getting picked in the top 15 as a tackle, you're not only going to be playing early, but you're going to be entrusted to be like, all right, get out there, take care of those edge rushers and like on your own. And I'm just not curious, yes, he has the athleticism to do that, but is he polished enough? Is he ready enough to kind of do that on a more consistent basis? That's where my question mark would be with Proctor. I do understand, if he's in the right system, if he's with the right team, but like, if you're talking about like, going to San Francisco and replacing some of the legends there, like maybe as a zone team, like you can kind of adjust around him a little bit, but like, to say, hey, you're going to be out there on an island against some of the best pass rushers, in the NFL. Like I'm questioning that a little bit in terms of being a top 10, top 15 type pick for Proctor.
Yeah. Fair comment and criticism on him. He's got a lot to prove still. He does have the world's greatest cologne collection. I said he had like 150 bottles of cologne. He said, big guys, you can't stink. You've got to smell good. So he's ahead of the game on that. We'll see how well he can block. I'm going to go with Cassius Howell, defensive end for Texas A&M. Good player. I just don't know whether he's a first-round player. His production was in spurts, and he would come and go. He had 3 sacks in 3 plays against Utah State, second game of the year. Then he didn't have another sack in either the first or the third games. He had 2.5 against Mississippi State. He had 2 against LSU, but he only had 11.5 for the season. It's not a bad total, but when you have those individual games, you're like, well, okay, where's the rest of it? And yes, part of that might be being game planned against, but I would just like, if I'm going to spend first-round pick on an edge rusher, I'd like somebody who is going to be showing up in the backfield every play of every game, or as many plays as humanly possible. So I'm not 100% sold on Cassius Howell's production. We'll see how it all plays out. He'll probably be a 10-time All-Pro, and that'll be that.